So the plan is to work on savings challenge bundles. We have an appointment actually set in an hour, and we're going to talk about some stuff that's been going on in the shop with scammers. So yeah, I've been working on trying to get back into letting this laminator heat up. Like I'm gonna start doing some embroidery designs and stuff to put into the shop. I know we're coming up on fall, so that would be something good to start putting in there now. And put this on. Oh, make. And I try to keep trying to keep my workflow a little bit better. Like where now I have, like my laminating sheets that I use most of the time over here. But like these envelopes, they need to be in vellum, so I am gonna have to grab that out. I like the whole look of vellum, like with the envelopes, but I think as far as being able to see these, it's just way more convenient when they are on this. And it erases easier too. So that is how I am doing them. So the challenges changed some. I had them, they were going to be just like all matte vellum, but it's hard to erase those and it shows up easier with the cardstock. And the bundles come with envelopes and trackers, so it's just easier to batch everything out. So this is what happens when someone orders like an individual challenge. It comes like this. It comes like with the design, just the plain on the back. But if you order, I don't have any of them, but it would be two-sided, like Psalms and Proverbs would be. Like when you order that full challenge, it comes like this, front and back like this, and then I have to line it up and make sure it's in the right spot when I do it. But that's how it comes when you do that. So I'm working on the Bible book challenges as well as the Proverbs challenges. So I'm using cardstock and vellum, and just getting, the vellum I have to get trimmed out first. But like when it's cardstock, you can just go ahead and laminate it and then cut it out afterwards, and it will not come apart as long as you make sure it's sealed when you've done the lamination and the trimming. And now I'm working to get the laminating sheets cut down so that they can form the back of this matte vellum envelope. I do like the look of the matte vellum. The glossy is very nice as well, but I'm just working to get those completed and cut out. So I'm just batching that together because when I get done, I need to have 12 envelopes because it's like 4 envelopes per each challenge. At least want to get these laminated. So we're about 35 minutes into our hour for this project, and I'd really just have a goal before we have to go to the appointment to at least get these laminated, cut out and laminated so that, they can be pressed down. And I have gotten to the point where I'm laminating the envelopes, but you want to laminate them like after they're pretty much all finished. You want to be able to put them back through the laminating so that you can get them sealed well. So with the multitasking, the cardstock and the vellum, they really kind of need to be on different settings when they're going through. So that's why it's looking like it's a lot going on. And as well as I'm trimming the challenges that have gone through the lamination, which are the cardstock, and I'm running some of them back through. So I'm just prioritizing which tasks should be done first. And I will link this corner rounder. You actually can get more than one of these at a time. I know they have the really big corner rounder, but I don't have that one. But as far as smaller corner rounders go, I really like this one. Now I wish they would come up with something where you can do more than one, like hole punch. It's been almost an hour, right? Time I started. Let me see what time I started. It's been 50 minutes. Yep. 10 minutes, it'll be an hour. Okay, now that's not bad. I got quite a bit done. Quite a bit. This is a lot. I'm gonna have to get another chair, especially if I'm gonna be doing this, since that's ridiculous. Like, cool, a little longer. One thing that I have learned about when you're working with this matte vellum, you really do have to wait for it to cool, or it will just like unseal, because it's really a thin paper. And then once you've laminated it, place it under something. Not with the initial lamination, but after you've trimmed it out, then you want to place like a book, a heavy book or something on top of it. And we're going to get into like a story time. I started off doing this last night, but then I looked at my Shopify on my website, and it's like some people trying to do some chargebacks. Like, this is like the scamming it's gotten to an all-time level of ridiculousness. So I had to take the dollar digitals. I went in there. When I looked in there, and I had loaded it up, it was like 100 on each one of them, right? Scammers, they went in and they were just like, this happened over the last night or two, were just it's like 100 orders, and I'm like, that's a lot of orders, right? But somebody came in and did a chargeback. So I looked this up, and it looks like they want to try to get the dollar. They want to get their dollar back. This is what the person is saying. They want their dollar back, and but then it's a $15 charge on top of this chargeback. So I'm like going in there now to show that, I guess it was a thing, like, if somebody, there's a thing where they've like stolen credit cards or something like that. I guess that's a scam. It's still credit card, and then they go in and check like a very, digital items, I guess, are their target, so that they can see if the credit card like is legit, or if the credit card has some funds on it. And then that, I guess that tells them that they can go and, like charge more money or whatever on somebody else's account. Stolen credit cards. Now this is the scam they're running. So they kind of make it hard for everybody else, because like, that was something that I liked having for like the people who want, like, need, or like to have budgeting supplies or budgeting templates. So I'm feeling like, I know I did try to go in a couple of weeks ago. I went in and I put like some anti-scam stuff on the website, but I'm guessing that didn't work. Or I don't know how to do it, so I've just had to take that stuff off for now. And I'm just gonna have to load that stuff onto a place like, Etsy, or to be over in my coffee shop for now, until I can figure out, how to get that to a level where it's safe, like for, other people. Like if somebody loses their credit card or something like that, and there's no telling how they're doing it. They're probably like getting it from, like, I know they had like those gas pump schemes. No telling where they're getting people's credit card numbers. But that's one of those things that, yep, I'm having to change the way I do things because of scammers. And it's like, if they put as much effort into like building an empire as they do in the stealing, like they could have an empire, right? That's just a thought. I'm not gonna let it like get me down, or just like close the entire shop down or whatever. Because I know like once, like I was feeling like it was weird, because the way it shows up, and it's like they'll put the address twice. Like it'll be address line, and then I guess they're too lazy to go in and write it the correct way or whatever. They just copy and paste it probably. So it's like it's pasted, and it's like address and then address, like where the line 2 would be, like for like if it's an apartment, like it'll just be the same exact thing in both areas. So I guess that's one of the things where it looks like it's, you know, scammy, but yeah, so that is that. And it was a long process, but I went in and just refunded like all the digital purchases, like some people from the last few months, because some people probably had even just purchased them, but because you don't know what's what, I refunded everything. I think it's going over that. We are very close to that hour. Might have went over a little bit. See you in a second. Is it raining? And I'm not taking the wheelchair out when it's raining. Trying to wheel him up places. No, it's not gonna work. Is this supposed to be raining? I'm hearing it sound like I'm hearing a thunderstorm. 30. And it's been going on an hour and 15 minutes. Okay, not bad. Got real close to finishing. So we've gotten really close to even finishing. I did want to have them packed up, but we're not quite there yet. These work with the matte vellum. I've been looking for a way to write with these and get it erased. So I guess the wet erase markers, they seem like they do pretty good. And we've gotten this pretty close to done. Thunder is rolling. No, that's thunder rolling. That's it. Okay, so we went ahead and made it to the appointment because they were doing like a family training. Like they wanted everybody to know how to like help transfer him to the chair. So I needed to go to it. So I'm just going to work now. I have now another hour to get the orders packed. And I had, it's 4 different orders, 4 different people ordered. So, and it was for this Proverbs Walking in Wisdom challenge. I had put it up over on Facebook, so I've started using Facebook and Instagram, and then I also have like some trackers for the Bible book savings challenge, and I was just getting those placed away as well. And I always just, you know, include like thank you cards, and you know, I like to write a note when I'm doing the order prep and pack. But all in all, I am just grateful, you know, to be able to have a platform where, you know, I can still sell items. I know I've had to change some things up. And as far as the website goes, the website is fine for physical items, but it's just like, you know, some people mess it up for everything. I won't be putting digital downloads over there right now, because it's just too much to try to keep up with. If someone is like a legit person, then they've already gotten the download. So really they're just taken from like a small business owner. That's the person that they're taken from. And then it's unfortunate that someone has either lost their card or, you know, they've been involved in some sort of data breach. And then you have these people who take advantage of things like that. So, and you know, we'll just, you know, keep it to where they won't just have easy targets and low amounts to test their someone else's card with. So that's the reason why it just looks like everything is going up. So the focus will be on doing bundles, and bundles give you everything that you need for your savings challenge. And I'm going to be focusing on getting sewing projects as well as embroidered projects into the shop. So when one door closes, another one opens. Have a great one.